How's everyone doing out there? I'm Zero to Chaos.
I'm Quizzical Chester.
Tezzeret 86.
And oh boy, it is September 23rd, 2022. And this is the console of the Spark. I said console. God, it's not like it's been a month and I still can't say this word correctly.
It's the Council of the Spark.
Thank you. I'm passing on to y'all, man, for now on to the opening for the podcast. Golly. First, I do apologize for the late release of this episode. I caught the COVID, and I was out for 2 weeks.
That's the truth. You were at VidCon.
Well, that's true. So the first reason was Dragon Con. The second reason I got COVID. And then the third reason, well, there ain't a third reason because we're here right now doing the podcast, so we're all good. How's everybody else doing?
I'm doing better.
Let's just say September's been trying for all of us.
Yes,
Yeah.
that 1000%, bro. Fun things to announce. We have shirts now. What? That's right. The Spark Syndicate has some merch. You will see it right here on the screen right now. This is what editing is for. It's amazing. The link to our website will be in the description below. So if you want to support us further, just check it out, guys. I have a surprise. I'm actually wearing one right now. You'll see it on the stream. And if y'all, speaking of the stream, the Spark Syndicate live every Friday, 8:30 Eastern Time. Friday Night Magic is awesome. Spend it with the family. Spend it with us. It's amazing. A new set came out. My brain almost said Dominumera because I can't read, right? Dominaria United came out. I think I still said it wrong, but that's alright. I'm going to...
Tezzeret, give us a set name.
Dominaria United.
Thank you.
Thank you, my brother. But yes, the new set has come out. I think we all have our mixed views, good and bad, I think, of the new set. Let's see, I would definitely say let's start with Tezzeret. Because I know, I'm pretty sure out of all of us who's played around with it the most, I think would be you. What do you think
hands
so far?
down.
Yeah, it's a more love-hate with all of these cards. The three I picked because I thought they were interesting and they're fun to build around. My first card, of course, is going to be Weatherlight Completed. Probably one of the more unique vehicle cards that we've seen. It's a 2-drop legendary artifact vehicle flying 5/5, but it doesn't have a crew cost. What it does is as long as it has 4 or more Phyrexis counters on it, it becomes a Phyrexian creature in addition to its other types. Whenever creature you control dies, put a Phyrexis counter on Weatherlight Completed. Then draw a card if it has 7 or more Phyrexis counters on it. If it doesn't, scry 1. This card is hilarious, especially with the vehicle deck, when you have the mech hanger. So for 3, you can make this thing, you can turn a crewed creature, or for 3 mana off of the mech hanger, you can make him a 5/5 creature and swing with him. You don't actually, wait, it gets even better. Tezzeret, Betrayer of Flesh, -2 him, target artifact becomes a 4/4 creature if it isn't a vehicle. If it's a vehicle, it becomes a permanent creature of whatever it is. So for -2 off of a Tezzeret, I can make him permanently a 5/5 for 2 mana.
That's broken. I don't feel
I've played a lot of it. It's not as broken as it sounds because we don't really have that much in pilots and crewing to really help this. I mean, it's very selective. So it's a cool card. It's crazy when you can cheat it into being a creature without having to put Phyrexis counters on it. But it's also a great scry engine for sacking your creatures too. For things like Braids, the Liliana, I mean, just sack outlets help you scry. So that was probably one of my top picks right there for my top 3.
We'll go to Jester next.
My
So-
number 1 in this set, but once I tell you two what this is, you're going to go, yeah, why didn't we think so? I chose this card for 2 reasons. The first, it's a nightmare wall. A wall with a 2nd creature type. I absolutely love it. But it's a Gibbering Barricade. 2 and a black. It's got Defender, of course. For 2 and a black, sacrifice a creature, I gain 1 life and draw a card. And it's a 2/4. It's a draw engine in a token deck.
I saw this card and instantly I was like, I thought of Jester 100%.
I mean, if anybody's heard me talk or has seen me in person, I am nothing more than a Gibbering Barricade.
That's great.
I know it's just the intro set, so I'm pretty sure we'll get some more interesting defenders and walls and stuff as the sets go on. But like just the start, I'm not gonna throw any card names because one of the other cards I think you might have, Jester. I think one of the other 2 might be one of them. But
If you're thinking about what I think you're thinking about, I think you're wrong. Stay tuned.
Okay. I'm not. I will be surprised.
Synergistically between Gibbering Barricade and Weatherlight Completed, you've got a way to scry away that top card before you even draw. So you don't like what you're gonna draw, you have a scry.
I'm having a blonde moment. What is Weatherlight Completed?
That's the card I was talking about. Whenever a creature dies, you get to basically scry. Or if you have 7 or more Phyrexis, you actually get to draw an additional card. So you sack with that and Phyrexis on the field, you get a scry and a draw or 2 draws.
And a life.
And a life.
And a life, yeah.
Because it's hard to have a life, right? I suppose that's what I heard. Like, jeez. I didn't really have a chance to look at the cards, but then when I had no choice but to sit down and not do anything, I looked at the cards. I looked at them deeper. My first pick, of course, a Johnny Sleeper Agent. I'm a Planeswalker fanatic. I love all things Planeswalkers. I have a massive collection of physical Planeswalkers collection that I have. Johnny is my favorite Planeswalker, and green-white is my favorite color combination in Magic. So that's three good strikes right there. Tez made a good point. He's like, this card can be thrown literally into anything green-white.
Green-white, creature base, go wide, go Planeswalker. Yeah, it's insane.
I have not yet in battle done the emblem yet, but honestly, I haven't been trying to get to it. It's just been literally just build, distribute 1/1s, keep the pressure on the opponent. I like the Phyrexian pay the 2 life or pay the mana, so that leaves me open with good combos, especially my green-white enchantment competitive deck I have for standard right now. I put a Johnny in my sideboard, but lately I've been running it in my main, and bruh, I don't need it early. When you're stuck or something board wipes and having a Johnny in hand, pop, sometimes that can help push you up. Plus, enchantments still are very effective, I feel, in standard right now. So,
oh yeah, they are.
Buff them creatures up, bruh. I was definitely not disappointed with this Johnny right now. Let's run it back to Tez. What's your number 2 card, bro?
My number 2 card is Shauna Purifying Blade. And it's because it's my 3 favorite colors, Bant, green, white, blue. She's a 3/3 legendary human warrior with lifelink and has, at the beginning of your end step, you may pay X. If you do, draw X cards where X can't be greater than the amount of life you've gained this turn. Her, in conjunction with the 2-drop human that allows you to tap your creatures down, you can pay and basically reload your hand.
Easily.
At the end of your turn. So no matter what if you know your opponent's got a board wipe and you're just like, okay, cool, I'm just gonna reload my hand at the end of my turn, and now you'll have ammo for the next round of turns.
Good.
But you gotta get it. You gotta gain that life too. So you gotta find ways to gain life off of her.
What color was
Which
she?
is pretty easy. Bant, white or green, white, blue.
With green and white, yeah, there's definitely life gain options, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, you've got the 1-drop cleric guy that when a creature enters the battlefield, you gain a life. You've got the 3-drop druid chick that you gain a life when a creature comes into play. Yeah, that one guy that whenever you cast a creature, he makes a creature or makes a training creature or whatever. I mean, you guys saw last week. You guys saw my Bant Humans deck that was just like go wide smash.
And a cool thing too, I haven't been playing physical Magic in a while, but this card's only $1 pretty much right now.
Yeah.
So like, if you're playing like Commander, whew, I'm just saying, like a 3-cost 3/3 Commander that with lifelink itself and can pull you cards. Okay, I like that.
Yeah, like I have my Bant deck. I mean, I run Rafika the Many in that, but she would definitely be a card to go in that deck and possibly run as a secondary commander.
And I think the best thing about new cards, man, the new cards come out, you know, like your level of Magic and like how long you've been playing Magic. When like at first I was like, yeah, standard. Now I'm like, all the cool cards that I can put into a commander deck go.
Oh yeah, because like I look for Commander and Historic Brawl because, I mean, to me, you don't have to get 4 copies or 3 copies of something now. You just have to have that 1 copy, and it just adds a little something extra to the deck.
Oh
Or
yes.
a potential play that you could have. That's why I like it. This card can get really out of hand and really crazy. But I'll pass it to Jester now.
Okay. For me, my second, I didn't realize this until tonight. My second has a little bit of history behind it.
Okay.
And the reason this card is my second is because it's my second favorite creature type, and it produces my third favorite creature type. It is a tree folk that produces saplings.
Oh.
And I am talking about Nemata, the Primeval Warden. It costs 2, a green and a black. It is a legendary tree folk creature. It is a legendary tree folk creature.
Hey.
See, we're going right back to that Gibbering Barricade. If a creature an opponent controls would die, exile it instead. When you do, create a 1/1 green sapling creature token. Tap a green, sacrifice a sapling. Nemata Primeval Warden gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Tap 1 and a black, sacrifice 2 saplings, and draw a card. It's a 3/4. It's also another draw engine in case nobody noticed.
Jester is like, we gonna get these cards, all right? Look,
Right?
I can't say anything.
And the art of this is just absolutely...
And it's a sack engine too.
Yeah!
And it's a tree folk.
What I didn't realize about this card is I thought this was a new card, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Only to find out that back in Plane Shift, Nemata was already created back then. Except it was called Nemata Grove Guardian, and it cost you 2 and a green just to drop a sapling. And then sacrifice a sapling, and all saplings get +1/+1 until end of turn. It was still a 4/5 though.
Ooh, okay. One thing too, I'm just surprised, man. This card's only 59 cents. Jeez. I'm like,
Are you looking at it?
Yeah, I pulled
the art. Look at the art on that card.
Yo,
I would hang that poster on my wall.
Golgari has like they have some like
Golgari art is
sweet,
amazing.
like
Yes.
sweet artwork, man. Like I'm green white, so I mean I'm not biased about it, but you know, if I have to do some abs and then splash that green black white, you know, I'm just saying. But no, like I saw this card too. I was actually thinking about for my commander deck or the brawl deck for arena. I was thinking about making one around this one. Plus it has reach, and you know me and my bad luck with flyers, so that's already a plus right there alone.
The fact that it's a tree folk with reach just made me giddy as a schoolgirl. How long have I been complaining about tree folk not having reach?
Forever.
Right.
But it's the truth though. It's like I'm a tree folk. You know what lives in trees? Birds. You know what most birds do? Fly. Same thing with an archer that doesn't have reach. My next card is a little bit on the other end. Of course I love tokens, and that's been my thing since I started playing Magic back in the day. But what a lot of people may not know is that when Jester introduced me to Magic, at Dragon Con, I bought some random cards, and pretty much the whole box of 1,000 random cards was black. So,
For those of y'all here in the background, that's a ray of hope. That is my beautiful other half.
who was also there when it happened. So black still holds a very close place in my heart. So my next card. What is that?
She said hers too.
Bam.
Because black was what caused my husband to fall in love with me and hate me at the same time.
Story for another night, ladies and gentlemen.
Who knows? We may have some time after this. I'm just saying. But Braids Arson Nightmare. Legendary creature Nightmare. At the beginning of your end step, you may sacrifice an artifact, creature, enchantment, land, or planeswalker. If you do, each opponent may sacrifice a permanent that shares a card type with it. For each opponent who doesn't, that player loses 2 life and you draw a card. 1. Arena. You need to make multiple opponents so I can put this in the brawl deck so I can use this card effectively. But this card right now in Standard is hilarious because you have most people who either A, don't know that it can sacrifice lands too as well.
Mm-hmm.
So literally late game, board wipe, if I'm already mana flooded or if you're getting mana screwed and your life is low, I'm just gonna make you get rid of all your lands. I'm a token fanatic. So I put this in my my remade Draugr deck because Draugr got pushed out of Standard. This fool comes out. I'm sacrificing 2/2 zombies. Most of the time, people are either just gonna take the 2 and I draw a card. I'm not bad with that at all. For a 3/3/3/3.
Yeah. Did you see the alternate art on this card?
No, I didn't. Let me go look it up real quick. But when I saw this card, I was like, yes. I want this.
This was in my top 5 list right here, so I have my 5 cards pulled up.
Is it the stained glass one?
The stained glass one?
Oh yeah, that looks sweet.
The stained glass art for this set is killing it, while others should be burnt at the pyre. I don't mean to interrupt, but if you look at the stained glass art for Nemata, it may just be the fact that my eyes suck, but I don't really see Nemata. I see the stained glass painting on the Beast Castle before he got turned into the Beast.
I'll pull it up.
Yeah, look at the stained glass art for that card. There's just too much muted color around Nemata, too many greens and yellows and browns all right in the same area that he kind of disappears into the background.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Or that has nothing to do with the fact that Ray of Hope's an artist and I've been critiquing art for years unofficially.
Or honestly, they should have just flipped it. The purples,
right?
The purples should have been on the inside and the greens on the outside.
But it makes whatever he's holding in his hand, which I'm guessing is supposed to be a sapperling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The giant red thing. I guess that makes that all my attention is drawn to there, and he just kind of fades away.
Yeah.
That's a good critique, though. See, look at this podcast, critiquing art, talking about cards and formats.
We're getting right in.
And this card's only 17 cents.
No wonder. The regular art, and that's saying something. The regular art card cost more than the alternate art.
How much was the Braids? $1.69. Giggity.
That's the alternate. That's
the alternate art.
Yeah.
Showcase one.
Now you want to see so in Commander itself, EDH, the original Braids is banned.
Oh, understandable.
Type in Braids and read what that card does.
There we go.
Yeah, there you go.
At the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player sacrifices an artifact, creature, or land. Bruh.
What set is that from?
This is the
it's originally from scroll down, it should tell us what sets it's available from. It does not.
This one.
That's a reprint. That's a reprinted version of that card. She also has a time shifted version as well, where she's blue and she puts artifacts into play or something weird.
Which is like
The version I'm looking at is black, and it was originally printed in Odyssey, and it got reprinted in Modern Horizons 2 and Eternal Masters.
Yeah, and that's Eternal Masters right there.
Chandra?
But,
Okay, I'll get it for you.
okay.
yeah, but like, imagine her as your commander. You literally are the most fun person at the table.
It's like cracking.
I am looking at this right now. The Modern Horizons 2 copy of this card is 9 cents.
Yeah, it's because nobody can play it because it's banned in that format.
Dang.
She is fully banned in Commander, meaning like you can't even have her in your 99 as well. Because back when I run a mono black tutor deck, and I went and played, and I ended up having to pull her out when they deck checked me, and I had to put a land in place of her. And I was really sad because, you know, it's braids. It's one of the most fun cards. So, like, I love playing it at my play group because everybody would groan. Like, oh, we're playing with this on the field?
I would fit. I would go play Pokemon and wait for the next match to start.
Right.
So where you going? I'm gonna go play Pikachu. Get my face.
Right?
I'm playing Pokemon.
I got a
Go
team
again,
I'm working on over here. Let me know when you're ready for the next round.
Right. Now, my third pick is Karn Living Legacy.
I knew somebody was gonna do this one.
Because this is probably the most hated card right now. Nobody thinks it's good, or everybody when they first saw us thought this card was not good. I'm looking at it and I'm going, okay, yeah, it's a +1, you get a tapped Power Stone. Okay, you know, it's not the greatest, but in conjunction with your braids, you sacrifice the artifact, you make the artifact, and at the end of your turn you use braids to sack the artifact. You're almost guaranteed to them lose life and you draw cards.
Yep.
Literally. It's like you have a sack outlet for it. Its -7 is insane if it's in an artifact deck. Along with Tezzeret, Betrayer of Flesh. If you can ultimate both of those walkers and tap down artifacts to draw cards, or tap down artifacts to deal damage with Karn's emblem, you're drawing a card for every artifact you're tapping. And you're dealing damage and reloading.
I like it. First off, it's Planeswalkers. Of course I love it.
Yeah, and then his stained glass art is insane too. Well, I wouldn't call it stained glass.
It's what it looks like to me. It's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's really fun. Yo, I'm about to have to ask my fiance if I can get back to buying Planeswalkers. Yo, these cards are just not as expensive anymore, yo.
Yeah, this card, its emblem and its Power Stone are my next purchases for my
Like
Atroxa dinner.
Borderless $5, the original $364. Like
Yeah.
I I told y'all we got merch now, right? So y'all go out there and buy it, folks. Jeez.
Order by the end of the night for 2 t-shirts.
Hey, I got Planeswalker needs, man. I gotta get these Planeswalkers. Hold up.
I mean, at 364 for what? Less than $2 or what? What?
Yeah, and
Maybe
maybe
over
like
$2 more, you get the stained glass one. I mean, at least pimp something out, right?
right.
Exactly.
At this point, I'm just like, you know, back when I had the card shop, it was easier. So I used to get like play sets of Planeswalkers. But I technically just need one. I mean, just one of each one, and then I can just start going backwards from where we are now and just start buying Planeswalkers. Unless it was actually really used, then I have to wait because I'm not paying, you know, $20+ for a card right now.
I mean, I did, but you know, it was because I have a deck that I really wanted to pimp out. So,
Oh, you don't even have to say anything about that, because trust me, if I find a good green-white or green-red for my commander deck, I'll buy it. I'll buy it. I'll find some way to get some extra cash up to get it.
right.
Jester, your last card.
Okay. This card is going to be added into any deck I have that has defenders in it. It is going to be an absolute staple in any defender deck I run, IRL or in Arena.
Mm-hmm.
It is the Shieldwall Sentinel.
Mm-hmm.
It is cost 4. It is an artifact creature golem. It has defender. It is a 1/3, and the reason I'm putting it in there is because it's a wall fetcher. When Shieldwall Sentinel enters a battlefield, you may search your library for a creature card with defender, reveal it, and put it into my hand, and then shuffle. I could go and get any wall I needed for whatever the situation was facing me, and bam, there it is.
Done.
Yup.
I'm not gonna lie. This was my second card that I thought you were gonna put in. I recently built a blue-white defender deck, and Shieldwall Sentinel is clutch. Oh my god, by far. Honestly, any card plus creature that can tutor for what you need is always just. And it's only
Yep.
7 cents. I mean.
Not only that, but do you remember you said back at the beginning of this that you said you were pretty sure you knew one of my cards?
Mm-hmm.
And I told you I'm pretty sure you were wrong.
Well, I was.
You were thinking I was going to do the Wingmantle Chaplain, weren't you?
Yes, I did. I did think that was going to be one of them. I was like, that card's nice too, though. But Shieldwall Sentinel is definitely.
That's gonna go in any white wall defender deck that Chester makes, just because it just works so well with that, and it gives you in the air coverage. I mean, that card is amazing.
By far.
Agreed, hands down.
Now, my last card. It's different. I don't think anyone here would expect this card, but that's why I did it. So I'm gonna reveal the card, and I'll tell you the story of the card, and we'll go from there. I chose Impulse.
I knew you would choose Impulse. I knew it. When that card was revealed, the internet lost their minds.
Bruh.
That they reprinted Impulse.
I was sick. I was. Thankfully, I wasn't vomiting or anything like that, but crazy headache, crazy sinus problems. I ran past Impulse in the deck list, and it was like Vicks Vapor Rub to the nose. My sinuses opened up, my eyes dilated a little bit. I might have got a little heat fever, bro. This card, Impulse. Look at the top 4 cards of your library, put one of them into your hand, and the rest go on the bottom of the library in any order.
That card's only 7 cents.
And like this card, now that it's in standard, I'm just like,
Did you read its text?
Yes. I've always made snap decisions. I'm just better at making the right ones now that I'm older and wiser. So what I need is I need an artist to make an Impulse Thanos card with him with the gauntlet. I'm calling it out there, man. This card, I have splashed this in all my blue decks. In standard, it's instant speed, so I don't have to play it right away. It has saved my butt in many situations in the standard pools. I just like it, man. I really was thinking like I don't have to play this card, but so far that is like my 3rd favorite card in this set by far. But I'm happy. Tezzeret was like, I knew it. he knew it.
I knew.
I'm a simple
because
man.
between Impulse and I have to look it up. Give me a second here.
I'm a simple man now these days. Is there any honorable mentions that anybody wants to put in?
I have one. I actually have one.
I have one as well.
Ooh, okay.
So since we've started everything off with Tezzeret, let's go ahead and start off the honorable mentions with him as well.
Just give me a second. I'm looking for that one card to finish off the previous. Where the heck are you? There it is. Impulse is just one cheaper than Witness the Future, which basically does the same thing, except Witness is sorcery speed, and you get to shuffle 4 cards from your graveyard into your library. So, like, between these 2 cards, 4 copies of it in any blue deck, blue-based deck, you're good to go.
You're golden, man. Golden.
Oh, yeah. But my honorable mention, and due to what we're going to be playing tonight on our stream, Joda the Unifier.
Is this a little sneak peek of what's going to happen tonight?
This is one of a few decks that I've built for tonight.
Notice how he said that. The existential crisis is already creeping into the back of my head.
There's too many Jodas.
There we go.
Joda the Unifier, Woobird, which stands for each of the colors. 5/5 legendary human wizard. Legendary creatures you control get +X/+X, where X is the number of legendary creatures you control. Whenever you cast a legendary spell from your hand, exile the top cards of your library until you exile a legendary non-land card with lesser mana value. You may cast that card without paying its mana cost. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. He's a legendary cascader.
I mean, he's a unifier.
Yep.
What better way to unify?
Yeah. He's a 5-drop, 5/5, and he pulls anything legendary that's less than whatever you cast. It's pretty dumb. I have a standard brawl and I have a historic brawl of this guy.
Ooh.
Note to self: avoid Judah.
Judah with mirror box.
No, note to self: if you can kill it, kill it.
Yeah, pretty much. Like
Anybody who's a commander knows that killing the card, especially if it's your commander, is only a temporary fix.
it's like
I would rather use a kill card on something more
permanent.
Substantial.
substantial. Yes, thank you.
But again, you gotta remember, every time you kill the commander, he costs 2 more to cast, so...
Knowing you, that's really probably not going to factor in very well.
In standard, it kind of... In my brawl deck, not really. In the standard, I'm
See?
just gonna let you know, kill him. Just kill him. I won't get mad, just kill him.
I love it.
And this is just news for us. Everybody else in the stream tonight won't know that, so we get to watch their misery.
Oh,
Alright,
for sure. Joda, your turn.
My honorable mention is, again, not the Defender creature token maker.
It's the little one, ain't it?
Instead, my honorable mention is the Walking Bulwark. It's an artifact creature golem, 1-drop, 0/3 Defender. Tap 2 until end of turn. Target creature with Defender gains haste and can attack as though it didn't have Defender, and assign its combat damage equal to its toughness rather than its power.
Yes, I love this card.
That is like the linchpin for making my wall deck stand up and smack people. Just got another method to do so.
I love this card.
It's the best. To me, it's probably one of the best. Oh god, what was that enchantment that did that for walls?
Which one? Assault formation, attack order, or the blue-white one?
I'm talking about the original white one that you used to run.
Rolling Stones.
Rolling Stones.
Yeah.
Because I call this ability Rolling Stones because that's where the ability first came from. But
Hold on. Before Rolling Stones, before the blanket enchantment, there was an individual enchantment called Animate Wall.
Animate Wall, yeah. But
Sorry,
this right here is a more versatile version of Animate Wall because it can fit in any of the limited wall color decks.
Right? It's basically assault formation on a stick.
My honorable mention. This was honestly because we lost Scoot Swarm. So token generator.
I lost to this card so bad last week.
Tavoya Store the Tides, man. I literally sat there. I was like, I know it doesn't make tokens, but it turns my lands into creatures, and I have a weird fascination with that too.
Are you talking about the legendary Murph?
Meatloaf?
Yeah, the legendary meatloaf. The legendary Murph.
I'm writing that down. We gotta make the shirt. The legendary meatloaf. But yes, it's the Merfolk Druid, the legendary one. Lands, creatures you control have flying. And whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, if you control 7 or more lands, up to that one target land you control becomes a 3/3 elemental creature with haste. It's still a land. And the only reason why I fell in love with this card, 1, because it makes lands. 2, the fact that it said if you control 7 or more lands, I instantly thought it was Scute Swarm and started crying. I missed that thing, man. I missed that. It was so bad I had to stop playing that deck. That's how bad I had it for Scute Swarm. Anything green, I put that card in my deck.
He's not lying. If y'all have gone back and watched past episodes of the Spark Syndicate, anytime you hear Chaos say the word insect, that's what he's referring to. It's not the creature type, it's Scute Swarm.
Instantly.
Now, my question to you is, I think we played after the rotation, but did you ever get a chance to mutate on top of Scute Swarm and then get multiple copies of whatever you mutated on top?
Oh yes.
Did you ever get to do that?
Yes. I learned I could do that by an opponent did it to me first.
Yeah,
And
I was like, I saw the interaction with mutate versus that, and I'm like, you can do this? Oh my god! And then I would use that blue-green mutate creature that would you could tap it, and like look at the top card of your library. If it was a land, you put it into play, so it would make another.
It's just like.
And I would just sit there and do that on my opponent's turn until I hit something that wasn't a land, and then they would just scoop because it was hilarious.
You're like,
It's just so cool.
gotta remember, Scute Swarm came out and they literally had to update Arena so that you would lose if you kept producing too many dang tokens.
Right?
Oh yeah. They had to put a 250 limiter on tokens.
'Cause I remember I was like, ooh. But I'm telling you, so I would say while we're going into the end of this episode, what is something that you're looking forward to with this new group, with this new sets that are coming? Like
Artifacts.
Artifacts? Okay. That was quick. That was quick.
Phyrexians and artifacts. I'm giddy for. Like, I just want to get through. I want to get through Brothers War as much as I want that set to come out. I want to get to March of the Machine and aftermath of March of the Machine.
Mm-hmm.
Those are my, like, this is gonna be my season to build some really janky stuff.
Janky but amazing stuff.
Yeah, it's like if I can pull it off, I'll be happy. If I can't, oh well.
Jester.
I've not looked ahead. I don't know if they've spoiled anything for the Brothers Wars, but one thing I love from the original Phyrexian set that I want to see back, and not in a card ability, but actually on the cards themselves, bring back Phyrexian mana cost.
I don't think they'll do that.
I know I don't think they'll do that either, but I mean, that was one of the things that made the Phyrexian set beautiful. If you didn't have the right color mana, pay 2 life, you could drop it.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
Yeah.
one of my favorite...
That was the problem with it, is you could play cards off your color in text. That just really made it unfun during that standard. Oh yeah, where like the card itself, like, because there's the defilers of each color.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they did that to make it specific for that color. They wanted to do Phyrexian mana, which they did do technically in Tamiyo Completed and Adani Completed, but at the same time at the cost of losing loyalty. So they didn't allow us to break Phyrexian mana cost, but they did make it
An option.
playable now. They made it playable. and not as broken as, say, just a card that has. Because, dude, my modern Infect deck is just grotesque, being able to pay life instead of mana for 1-drop spells that then pump my Infectors and they can't be blocked, and then you're dead. It's gross.
I think on my end, one thing that I'm definitely interested in for the future, I'm just ready to see what I'm going to be able to build off of, especially with like a Johnny. I'm a big token person, a Planeswalker person, so the fact that my most competitive deck right now is a green-white enchantment, just like aggro enchantment deck right now, is pretty surprising to me, but I'm curious to see what I'm going to kind of scale into with the next sets coming up.
It's kind of hard to be disappointed with this set, especially this is the first set we get after rotation, or the first set we get with rotation, so...
It feels like...
Can I addendum to mine?
Yeah.
Aside from Phyrexian mana, I just remembered there is something else I want to see more triggers of. Stun counters.
Oh, the stun counter thing is crazy in this.
Is what?
Is crazy. I love that ability, stunning something.
Oh, I agree, but there's only 3 cards in the set right now that do it.
Right.
Yeah, I know. I would love to see more of that. I'm agreeing with you. I love the thought of that, because imagine, like, yeah, you can play pacify on a creature or whatever, but imagine stunning something and then proliferating.
Right?
With that, we are now within the 10-minute countdown. We're gonna push it into the end, to the closing statements of episode 2 of the Council of the Spark. Council. Again, if you have made it this far in the podcast, you rock. Clearly you're family, because you love us so much. And I'm going to go ahead and let you two guys do your closing statements first, and then I'll do the bills, all that stuff, and then we will end this podcast. So who wants to go first?
I am Quizzical Jester. I have been playing Magic since the turn of the millennium. I absolutely love the fact that Arena brings Magic to the internet in ways that Wizards of the Coast has tried and failed to do before. So I am thoroughly immersed in this game. To me, with my life and my kids and my wife, this is a lot easier than trying to get out and do this IRL at a card shop. I miss it, but not enough to look forward to doing it again. You know what I mean? So I'm thankful we have Arena.
I'm very thankful as well.
We love you. You do crazy things, but we love you, though.
I'm Tezzeret, 86. I'm here to sling spells, and in the case of the podcast, talk about slinging spells.
That's right. Zero to Chaos here. First, I would like to thank Jester's a beautiful wife, Rachel, for giving us the mid plug for the website. So that'll be the first thing that I bring up. Final Stage. If you didn't know, the Spark Syndicate is a show created under the umbrella of Final Stage Network, Promotion Network, FSPN. FSPN is a branch underneath my company, Final Stage Promotions. Well, due to the success of the streams, the success of the shows, I was able to make a printing company. And through that printing company, we have shirts. That's right, guys. The Spark Syndicate has officially started their own merch line. As you see right here on the screen, these are the first run of shirts that we have available. Once we get available. So you can rep your favorite color, or you can go ahead and rep the show itself with our logo, our official shield logo. Cool thing about this is, because it is our launch shirt, I made all shirts $10 plus shipping and handling, of course. But this is a thank you. Like, this is like one of the biggest thank yous that I think we can do for all you guys and girls out there, because we were just some 3 crazy guys who love to play Magic and as Tez says, sling spells. And through all of you have helped us build this thing into what it is now. Of course, please always remember to check us out on Twitch at Final Stage Promotions Network, FSPN. We do Friday Night Magic our way, the Spark Syndicate way. 8:30 Eastern Time.
Perfect time to plug it. What is bald head?
Well, I'm glad you asked. So, shameless plug. If you are a bald-headed bearded man, or if you're not a bald-headed bearded man, please go support Bald Head Apparel. I'll put the link in the description below. It's clean, it's simple, it's cool, and heck, I wear it and I have hair.
Future ghosts.
This is our seasonal shirt, just a shirt idea that my fiance had, and she's like, you know what? Let's start off the fall season right with Future Ghosts. Clean, simple, to the point. We have it in sweatshirts and we have it in a regular gray and black t-shirt. So we also have a YouTube channel, Spark Syndicate, where you can sit back, relax. All of our episodes, all of our streams will be cut up into rounds or matches. We have Syndicate Versus. At the last Friday of the month, we normally play Among Us. And of course...
Which, if I'm not mistaken, is next Friday.
Yes. As of this podcast, next Friday we'll be cracking out Among Us again, which, you know, is never a bad thing. But
Reading will be playing next month on Friday.
Hey.
The last Friday of October, I have plans with the missus. She turns party.
Another cool thing too that you remind me of. I just realized that technically the last Friday of this month is the last day of this month as well.
Yes.
For all of our subscribers and supporters on our Twitch channel, we were gonna start doing giveaways. In our first month of giveaways, depending on how many subscribers we can get for the month, I think right now we're sitting at 14 subscribers on Twitch. So I was going to give away 2 Syndicate logo t-shirts to a couple of our supporters. So that will be possibly another early stream. I might get on at like 6-7 o'clock, do the giveaway, and then we'll segue that into the show for that night. But yeah, you know, this is pretty cool. You know, we officially have finished episode 2. What do you guys think? You know, this is a thing now.
Love it.
If you're listening to this on YouTube, go ahead and put some comments down below. Tell us what you think and feel.
Right.
Tell us if there's something you want to specifically hear one month or something you don't want to hear one month. Just give us your feedback. We do take that into consideration.
The Syndicate podcast should be on Spotify now. I think Spotify, iTunes, I'm still trying to get that figured out to get on iTunes, but I know we should be on Spotify too as well. So if you're listening to us on your car ride, thank you. If you're watching us at home, thank you. If you're at school watching us on your phone, don't do that. Do something fun. You know, we are about to get ready for a stream, guys. So I'm Zero to Chaos.
I'm Quizzical Jester.
You guys are at 86.
And everyone out there, thank you guys for watching another awesome episode of the Council of the Spark. I said it right?
Yes, you did.
Yes.
Bruh,
You did.
I had to like stop for a minute and like really sound that out before I said console again. We will see y'all next time. Y'all be safe. Keep slinging them spells. And trust me, if you think you're getting mana flooded or you're getting mana screwed in Arena, you are, because they haven't fixed that yet.
If you are, welcome to Syndicate.
Yes, guys. Y'all have a good rest of the day. Peace.
Peace.